Good afternoon, guys. It's Ryan with Michigan Storm Chasers. We do have an active period upcoming, or should I say potentially active period upcoming here. So we have a marginal risk up in the west northwestern part of lower Michigan for Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Currently, no severe risk for Wednesday or Thursday, but that could change at this evening's update from the SPC. Looking to our model guidance here, we do have a few things to go over. First off, for tomorrow here in the west northwest part of the lower peninsula, we do have some showers and storms expected to develop this evening up in the UP into the morning hours of Tuesday. Those may carry a hail risk up in the UP and also in northern Michigan, a low chance of some isolated hail up there. Most of that should just be some rain showers and some pretty good lightning. The instability isn't forecasted to really increase until Wednesday afternoon. But again, focusing still on Tuesday, a secondary round of storms is possible up in the, like I said, northwestern lower peninsula in the form of a squall line. That will mainly pose a hail risk as well. And again, instability is not going to be at its peak. This is expected to dive southward as a complex toward the central and southern parts of Michigan until it completely dies out. Now, it may last a bit longer than this model is showing. Again, our confidence on this whole entire scenario is quite low at this point. So it's a very fluid forecast, and we'll have to make updates as needed. It's just a typical summertime pattern as that upper level ridging remains favorable, keeps Michigan, should I say, in a favorable environment for storm complexes. So anything can really change at a moment's notice here within this pattern that we're in. So really our focus right now, our biggest focus for severe weather does appear to be Wednesday and maybe Thursday as well. If you go ahead and take a peek at this afternoon's NAM model run here, and I go ahead and flip over to our instability model, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this. Our forecasted instability, also known as CAPE, convective available potential energy, is what CAPE stands for. It's also the instability. So this is our surface CAPE. We're looking at anywhere from 5,000, 4,000, all across central and southern parts of Michigan here. As we go into the evening time frame, there's a pretty good swath here of 5,000 plus surface CAPE, which is quite significant. The NAM model does appear, or does usually, should I say, overdo moisture. So this may be overdone just slightly, but even cutting these totals in half with 2,500 surface CAPE, still plenty sufficient to get severe weather here. Again, how Tuesday's storms are going to play out will affect how Wednesday plays out as well. I do want to show you guys this really quickly here, or I actually can't show you this unless I switch screens, which I won't do. But right now, the atmosphere on Wednesday does appear to be capped for the afternoon and evening. What that means is I like to use the analogy of the boiling water. So when you boil noodles, you put a pan on the stove, put water in the pan, a lid on the pan, and you turn the heat up. So that pan and the water within that pan is your environment. That lid you put on that pan is your atmospheric cap. So when storms try to go up and it boils and it gets the unstable atmosphere happens and it tries to boil and updrafts start to go up and it hits that lid, it doesn't go up in the atmosphere at all. It hits that lid and it dies. So that cap would, at this point in time, does appear to be limiting our storm threat through the afternoon and evening on Wednesday. But by the evening time frame, nocturnal cooling and some other dynamics in the atmosphere may weaken that cap enough to get storms up through that cap, bust through that cap, and get into the better environment above that atmospheric cap. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out, but that is also a potential scenario for Wednesday. Now, again, Thursday will be dependent on how Tuesday and Wednesday play out, but right now models do show some more instability present along southern Michigan. So go ahead and bump this forward here for Thursday. We see this instability sticks around 94, just south of 96 there. And again, this may be same scenario here, kind of looking at a cap in place. So a lot of these threats may be earlier in the overnight period, so like midnight, 1, 2, 3 a.m. And then that's going to affect the next day's forecast in general. So it's a very complicated forecast. It's a very fluid forecast, and we'll be tracking it here at MSC very, very closely. But for the takeaway from this video, I just want to give you guys a heads up on this. So Tuesday up in the UP and also the northwest part of Lower Michigan, some hail is possible early Tuesday morning and also late Tuesday evening into the overnight Tuesday into early Tuesday or early Wednesday morning time frame. And then Wednesday, that threat does shift to the south just slightly. Again, I'll have to wait to see how the cap plays out to get a better idea of how Wednesday is going to evolve. Then again, on Thursday, it'll shift a little bit further south. It may be south of the border at this point. We're going to have to wait and see. But again, multiple days here of severe weather are possible. The environment is juiced for it. It's just going to be a matter of if we can tap into the atmosphere and break through that cap on Wednesday. So again, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the page. We'll keep you updated. And that's all I got for you guys.